Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic and welcome back to the channel. And today, if you guys, this is another gaming video. Today we're tackling the Game Awards that happened yesterday at, the Game Awards. I saw it on YouTube. So this was kind of a weird show because half of it was cool, half of it was really weird, and half of it was what the F is going on. Because, let's just get this out of the way first, okay? I have to. Because everyone online's talking about it. I don't know what was going on. I watched the whole thing live, okay? I was playing my video games like Dying Light 2, Elden Ring, whatever. I was playing games, and all of a sudden, this, Elden Ring wins Game of the Year, because of course, and we'll get to it in a bit. But this, the developers walk on stage. You've seen it if you saw the show. So the devs, the Elden Ring developers walk on stage, right? They're all happy, and then all of a sudden, this kid, I think he's a kid. I don't know. He could have been like a shorter adult like me. I don't know. But he walks on stage. He's like, he thinks he's all cool and all that. He walks on stage with them, behind them. And Miyazaki, I don't know, whatever his name is, he gives the speech. And, it's all great. And then this kid, I think, I don't know, I'm going to say kid. He's like wearing all black. He's got this crazy ass black hair. He looks completely insane. And he walks up. He goes, "Hello, I'd like to thank my friend Rabbi Bill Clinton." And then he just gets fucking assaulted by security guards. And I was like, what? I was like, what's going on? This is insane. Who is this kid? Is he like the developer's son? Is he like some rando dude from the street that is a bad guy? Is he just nuts? Who knows? And it was really weird because that's literally how it went down. If I remember, I'll have a clip in the description, but it was insane. I mean, this kid just walks on with him, and he just starts talking like reformed Rabbi Bill Clinton. I'm like, what the fudge is going on? This is nuts. And, but besides that, the show was kind of boring, and then that happened. So, of course, the internet being the internet, it's like, oh my god, this kid's a freaking legend, this kid's amazing, this kid saved the show. Now look, there were some positives, but moving on from that, if you can, because that was pretty wonky. The whole show, in fact, was alright. We got Animal from the Muppets, that was kind of cool. Got some alright singers, I didn't really recognize half the stuff, but, it was cool to see them perform and stuff. There were some cool guest appearances. And then, of course, Elden Ring won Game of the Year, or I should say, I guess Bill Clinton won Game of the Year. I don't know how that would happen, but I guess Bill Clinton's a game. I don't know. But with all that being out of the way, Elden Ring winning Game of the Year is pretty good. Now, I don't think it should have won. I think my runners-up would be, of course, Elden Ring, Dying Light 2, Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga, and some others, right? I do not think that Elden Ring should have won. Only because the game, yes, it looks great, and the enemies are amazing, and the open world of the lands between is beautiful, and all this art direction stuff, it's great. But the game, even on an Xbox Series X, the newest and best console out, does not run the game that well, right? You go to performance mode, 60 FPS, it ain't 60 FPS, it's like 40. Alright, you notice it when you're in the lands between, right? When you're fighting in a dungeon or you're just, in the middle of a random open field, the game chugs along, not horribly, but you can notice it. And when you turn the camera goes, it shakes, kind of like the new Saints Row. So I love Elden Ring. I have over 120 some hours into it. It's a freaking great game. But I had more fun playing Dying Light 2, and more fun playing Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Now, speaking of Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, and by the way, Dying Light didn't get nothing. I wanted them to. I think it's a great effing game, but whatever. Lego Star Wars was nominated, right? Not won, but it was nominated for the best family game. I think it should have been nominated for Game of the Year, but of course it's a Lego game, so they that goes under the bus. But basically, what happens is it was like Kirby, Lego Star Wars, and some other stuff, and Kirby effing won. And I was playing Dying Light 2, and I paused the game, and I turned to my PC in shock. And I said, what? Kirby? It made no sense. I don't know how Kirby won. No, look, if you like Kirby, it's all good. I like Kirby too. I've played the games. I think Kirby's a cool character. I like the franchise as part of Nintendo. I don't hate Kirby. But, for God's sake, Kirby versus Lego Star Wars, where you can play through all 9 films of the Skywalker Saga, over 20 explorable hub world planets, over 400 characters, voice acting and mumbling, beautiful graphics, 60 FPS, which doesn't effing work, 30 FPS, which does work. It's mind-boggling how that didn't win. I don't understand it. At least it got nominated, but a lot of people, especially the older Lego games, they tend to get, Lego Batman 3? The channel Game Ranks, right? They do game videos every day. I like them, I watch them, but they almost never make a Lego game video. It's always it was just for Skywalker Saga. That was basically it. Then, you know, when they do like, before you buy new game releases, they don't do it for Lego games. I don't know why, they just don't do it. And there's no excuse. They have a bias, I would assume. Because whenever Lego Marvel's Avengers, or the Lego Movie 2 video game, or Lego Batman 3, or Lego Jurassic World, or whatever, right? Whenever a game comes out that's a Lego game, and it's competing with, say, Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, whatever, the freaking sports game, they never mention it. And Lego games always get treated poorly. They are, in my opinion, the best AAA games ever created. And I'm not just saying that because I love Lego. I genuinely think they are the best. Like, if I hated Lego, I still play them because they're phenomenal games. Now, I love Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed and GTA and all the, you know, I love all this stuff. But the fact that Lego games always get treated so poorly, and the fact that Kirby beat it, like, I don't know, I gotta play this Kirby game, man. It sounds like it's pretty goddamn cool, you know? I mean, geez, Lego Star Wars didn't win. Kirby must be better. I don't know. Again, if you do like Kirby, I'm not shading you. I do like Kirby myself. It's flabbergasting and mind-boggling how that game beat a Lego Star Wars game, which is the most ambitious Lego game, but it's also the most ambitious Star Wars game. I guarantee you, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga will be a bigger game than Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I guarantee it. Speaking of that, we got some Jedi Survivor gameplay. There will be a trailer. I'm going to try to link all these trailers and stuff down in the description down below, including the Rabbi Bill Clinton kid, because that was funny. But basically what ends up happening is we get some news, right? Cameron Monaghan walks on stage, kind of nervous. He's got, hey guys, Jedi! That's what he did. He's a professional actor. I don't know why. I do get nervous too when I give a speech, you know, in school and all that, but I don't know. People are different, I guess, whatever. I just find it funny that, like, these really well-known actors get on stage in front of a billion people. Like, I don't know. I know, it's different. It's like, you know, me talking in front of a camera versus me talking in front of a whole stadium. I understand. I'm not saying they're not right to do that. I just find it kind of funny. But anyway, at the same time, he walks on stage and he's like, hey, guys, Jedi Survivor, it's going to be awesome. Here's the trailer, bye. And he leaves. And I have a lightsaber over there, but, yeah. I don't want to get it. So here he is over here talking, and then we get some gameplay, right? It looks really freaking cool. Another addition to the Star Wars canon. Some new characters. Looks like some new animations, thankfully. I did notice a few animations that were the same, but for the most part, you know, Cal's older. He's got a beard now. He's got all this cool stuff. BD-1 is back. He's got like a new buddy that's with him. So it looks really good. The hub worlds look bigger and better. The game looks fantastic, and I cannot wait to see it in action when it comes out, I believe in March of 2023. Can't wait for that. So that was definitely a highlight for me at the Game Awards. It was Rabbi Kid. It was Lego Star Wars getting, you know, at least nominated, and Jedi Survivor. We also did not get any news on SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake, which is coming out in January, and Dead Island 2, which also I think comes out in January or February, one of those two. So that should be fun, you know, to play those two games, but we didn't get anything for that. Other than that, we didn't really get a whole lot of stuff that I really wanted to talk about. We got Final Fantasy, we got, you know, other stuff that I don't really play. If you're excited for some stuff, tell me in the comments down below. But for me, again, the highlight was, of course, the kid, Lego Star Wars, and, you know, of course, Jedi Survivor. So, really cool stuff there. I enjoyed it. I think it was pretty funny. Again, that kid walking on stage definitely made it. It was pretty funny. So, what ended up happening with that, I guess the whole situation with that kid, if I can talk to that back, because it was crazy. So, this kid walks on stage, right? We've seen, I told you, but the fact that, like, he was standing there for so long and no one effing noticed or cared. They're like, oh, like, he's with the, he's obviously not Asian. But let's not look into that, okay? Let's just let him stand there. So he stands there, he does, like, he could have had a fucking knife. He could have had a gun. You know, you think of the bad shit like that. You know, he could have said something really bad. Of course, it was just a troll and it was meaningless. I believe he got arrested, but, you know, I mean, it's just, it could have been a lot worse for sure. So I'm glad nothing bad happened, but it is kind of bad. It's like, what are these security guys getting paid to do? Like, were they just bored out of their freaking minds, like, 4 hours later, like, oh, shoot, you know, because it was like a very, you know, very back camera angle, and everyone looked really tiny on stage, and you can see these guys walk in here and, like, you know, freaking tackle the guy. It was the funniest thing ever, man. It was really weird. But, like I said, the actual Game Awards show, it was alright. You know, if I had to rate it, without that, I'd probably give it, like, a 7.5, 7, something like that, you know what I mean? With the kid, it was like a 15, 16, right? That was, like, easily, it was awesome. Because I was watching it, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, is this guy with them? Is he not? Am I, like, what was in my mashed potatoes that I had? You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ, am I seeing stuff? And it was really funny to see that happen. But overall, like I said, Animal was cool. The singing was cool. A lot of the awards I kind of disagree with. Again, I don't think Elden Ring should have won Game of the Year. Again, I own it, play it, and love it. But it doesn't run very well. The performance is pretty trash. Dying Light 2, on the other hand, runs really good. Lego Star Wars, yes, I've had the Sky Flicker issue, but for the most part, and for a lot of other people, which I would sharing that sentiment, but it runs at a consistent 60, no problem. So I don't understand. I think they obviously picked it because of the voice acting or whatever, and the art direction and the graphics and the enemies and the world design and but at the same time, I think if the game doesn't run good, if it runs like dog water, maybe it shouldn't win Game of the Year. You know what I mean? God of War Ragnarok though, God of War Ragnarok run like one. God of War Ragnarok, God of War 2 won a butt ton of awards. It won like Best Actor, Best Music, Best this, Best that, Best booger on the screen. It won everything. If you could think of something, it won it, except Game of the Year. So I find that kind of funny that actually ended up happening. Because I own God of War, the new reboot. I haven't played it, but I own it. I find it kind of weird that God of War 2 comes out like a month ago, and it's like winning all this stuff, and like games that came out in January that are genuinely good don't win a single thing or don't even get nominated. I don't know. Maybe it is that good of a game. I think it's a bit overrated from what I've seen. Again, I haven't played it. But, I mean, I'm glad it won some stuff, but at the same time, it is a bit wonky that it's like, they're like God of War Ragnarok, Lego Batman, or, anything, Mario Kart, or Elden Ring, or whatever. And they're like, God of War! And even I think Jeff Keighley was like, God of War! Like, it was just a joke. Like, it's winning everything. So I'm glad. It's good. But at the end of the day, it's just kind of, I don't know, maybe that's me. But anyway, tell me in the comments down below what you thought about the Game Awards 2022. Besides the kid at the end, Rabbi Bill Clinton kid, the actual event, again, I thought it was pretty good. Some cool stuff in there. Some woke stuff, of course, they got to add that in there, whatever. But in terms of the actual content of the show, good game announcements, good game awards. Again, I am kind of salty Lego Star Wars didn't win over Kirby, and Elden Ring won Game of the Year, which I'm happy for them. Me personally, in my own experience with the stuttering and the performance issues, I would not have wanted it to win, but I am glad it did. Again, tell me in the comments down below what you thought. What would you rate it from a 0 to 10? Again, I'd give it a 7 with that kid. It was like a 15, 16 million. Now that I know that, like, it was like, because I'm watching it and I'm like, who is this? Like, what's going on? And then I called the Echo Kill Shot and I'm like, hey man, are you seeing this? Like, what? Is this just me? Like, what the hell? Is this real? Am I dreaming? Like, did I crash on my floor from playing Dying Light 2? Like, what would happen? And he's like, no, I saw it. It was weird. So I don't know. I mean, he was just a troll, I guess. Maybe it's like a conspiracy theory. I don't know. I'm glad nothing bad happened, but hey, it was kind of funny at least. So tell me in the comments down below what you thought. Again, I pretty much enjoyed it. A little mad, but still, it was fun to watch. And again, let's just, I guess, end with the sentiment of video games, right? We play video games for fun. You know what I mean? Yes, there's game awards and, oh, this game won that. And look, God of War, Ragnarok, and Elden Ring won a butt ton of stuff. That doesn't automatically mean it's objectively the best video game ever made and the game right for you. You know what I mean? If you still love Lego games the most, or if you still love Call of Duty, or Assassin's Creed, or GTA, or freaking Nintendo 64, that's awesome. You know what I mean? Video games are fun, they bring us together, and they're meant to be played and have fun with. It's not supposed to be like a big, oh, this game won an award. Again, I know why they do it. It's cool. It's like the movies. But at the same time, so look at this. We got the bitch slap from what's-his-face, Will Smith at the Oscars, and then we got Rabbi Bill Clinton at the Game Awards. I don't know what to tell you, man. Let's just end on that. Video games are fun. They're awesome. Be glad they're even a thing. Bitch slap, and of course, Rabbi Bill Clinton. Those are the 5 takeaways from this video, I guess. Anyway, I had a lot of fun making this. I wanted to make some kind of gameplay thing, but school's getting kind of hectic, and I'm at the end, so don't worry. I'll have a lot more time to film Lego Star Wars gameplay. Trust me, it's coming. But, I just wanted to make at least make some kind of video to tell you guys what's going on here. Again, I enjoyed it. A little mad, but, it should be fun to see what happens next in the 2023 Game Awards. Hopefully there's no weird crashes at the end, party crashes, and, it could have been a lot worse, but it was still pretty funny entertainment. And the show, hey, pretty good. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.